Palestine Action has been proscribed or banned by the UK Labour government as a terrorist organisation. This marks a turning point for protest, free speech and solidarity movements, especially involved in direct action. But this story of Palestine Action isn't over yet, so let's talk about what happens next. And first, the basics. What is proscription? Under Section 3 of the Terrorism Act 2000, the government can ban or proscribe groups concerned with terrorism. Encouraged by Israel and pro-Israeli groups, the Labour government has proscribed Palestine Action, citing serious security concerns, and have been planning the ban of this group since March 2025, as reported. Palestine Action is now officially a terrorist group, akin to Al-Qaeda and National Action. By being banned, this triggers 7 terrorism offences. And to be clear, the criminal legal implications are just beginning for any member or supporter of Palestine Action. The 7 terrorism offences are: 1. It is an offence if you are a member, that is, belong to or profess to belong to Palestine Action, as per Section 11. That means even stating or professing membership online or abroad can result in a maximum sentence of up to 14 years in prison. 2. It is an offence if you invite support for Palestine Action, as per Section 12.1. This includes expressing moral support for Palestine Action, like retweets or public statements or comments supporting Palestine Action in a social media post. Could result in a maximum sentence of up to 14 years in prison. 3. It is an offence if you express an opinion or belief that is supportive of Palestine Action recklessly, as per Section 12.1a. Now think about this one. That might be including posting opinions shared by Palestine Action that might lead someone to be encouraged that you support Palestine Action, a banned group. So for example, saying Free Palestine, coupled with wearing the keffiyeh in conjunction with supporting direct action. The maximum sentence is again 14 years in prison. 4. It is an offence if you arrange or manage a meeting which supports Palestine Action, as per Section 12.2. And that includes organising a meeting with a known member or a supporter of Palestine Action. Again, the maximum sentence is 14 years in prison. 5. It is an offence if you address a meeting to encourage support for Palestine Action, as per Section 12.3. The maximum sentence, again, is up to 14 years in prison. 6. It is an offence if you wear or display clothing or an article which arouses suspicion that you are a member or a supporter of Palestine Action, as per Section 13.1. So, for example, displaying a placard or a badge or a hoodie showing support for Palestine Action could mean a maximum sentence of up to 6 months jail time. And 7, it is an offence if you publish supportive images which arouse suspicion, again, that you are a member or a supporter of Palestine Action, as per Section 13.1a. So, for example, even if you share a photo or a logo or a message or a post or make a comment via WhatsApp, YouTube or TikTok or any other social media platform, the maximum sentence is up to 6 months in prison. And some of these terrorism offences have been used to carry out arrests. As you might have seen, there are already reports of arrests, including an 83-year-old former priest under the new terrorism order to ban Palestine Action. And just a point to note, remember, everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and everybody is entitled to a fair trial. But Palestine Action supporters and members hope their legal challenge will reverse the ban. The attempt to block or pause the ban failed through an interim relief injunction of some kind, first in the High Court, then in the Court of Appeal, late on July the 4th, 2025, with judges in short ruling public safety outweighs harm to free speech. But all is not lost for Palestine Action, according to members and supporters. Palestine Action has filed for judicial review to quash the order to ban them. The next hearing is scheduled for the week of the 21st of July 2025. Expect in that hearing and others detailed legal arguments on whether this direct action group meets the legal definition and criteria of being a banned group under Section 3 of the Terrorism Act, and grounds being argued that the Labour government decision to ban Palestine Action is irrational and procedurally unfair. And while the government might not accept this point, there are wider consequences beyond the criminal and terrorism laws. Proscription of Palestine Action doesn't just open the door to prison, it brings professionals, social and travel consequences for any member or supporter. Job loss, especially in the public sector, charities or positions require vetting. Prevent referrals from schools, universities or social workers who hear students express support for Palestine Action or direct action. Travel bans. US and Israel are very likely to refuse visas for those who have been arrested or convicted. And the involvement of social services. Child family risk assessments where an adult may express views in support of Palestine Action or direct action. In short, banning Palestine Action has serious consequences, personal, reputational and economic harm, far beyond criminal punishments. No doubt this ban is likely to deter people from openly supporting pro-Palestinian causes, attending meetings or marches, or associating with family and friends who have engaged in some form of non-violent direct action. Irrational fears go a long way in the UK. And with the government equating disruptive civil disobedience and direct action with terrorism, no doubt this ban will make other groups and organisations feel that their status is uncertain. That the Labour government has re-evaluated terrorism to be akin to serious criminal damage now makes trade unionists, climate protesters and anti-racist activists potential targets for a ban. The precedent behind banning groups is notably expanding to cover direct action groups. That, for pro-Palestinian supporters, is having a chilling effect on their right to express support for innocent people of Palestine and oppose what they say is genocide and war crimes being committed in Palestine. Have no doubt pro-Palestinian groups and solidarity is now further under legal constraint and scrutiny. And someone like me, who has represented terrorist suspects, I know full well how the CTU interviews of suspects will progress, focusing on wearing the keffiyeh, chanting slogans, attending protests, organising, attending meetings, all now risk further criminal suspicion from the CTU and the basis of terrorism charges when linked to involvement or suspicion of involvement in some form of direct action. Ironically, pro-Israeli politicians, groups and supporters are not under the same suspicion despite ICJ rulings and ICC arrest warrants. In the end, the supporters of the Palestine Action ban will point to the millions of pounds of criminal damage reportedly caused, the security concerns alleged, and the disruption to the sale of arms to a close ally of the UK, Israel. Others will point to the general concerns being expressed that freedom of expression and association is being chipped away, ban by ban, arrest by arrest, conviction by conviction. Feel free to comment. Just don't express support for Palestine Action in the comments. Subscribe, follow, like, and share.